Hey guys, it's Housepup. I'm going to be showing you a real quick solution to crowd psychology on While True Learn. I've seen a few people online saying that it's not possible to finish with a gold medal without maxed out hardware. That's not the case. I only have the basic hardware that you can get at this point in the game, and I can solve it with gold medal, as well as no custom nodes. You can use purely base nodes and be fine. So let's go take a look at my solution. Alright, so that's a pretty complicated solution. Now let's try to start over and work backwards from here on how exactly we came to this conclusion. One thing to take note of immediately is that there are no blue on this output stream, and similarly there are no green on this output stream. That means immediately we can start a separation. We can say all blues are going to be going to this top output stream. I'm just going to draw a line for now. And all greens are going to want to go down here. Now red still goes to both of these with this decision tree at a rate of 50-50. So red's still okay, but we've effectively eliminated the color green from this top output stream and the color blue from this bottom output stream. So the colors that are no longer highlighted are now impossible to ever get to this output stream, and we don't really need to worry about filtering them out because they are already filtered out. The next thing we want to eliminate from our top output stream is we want to eliminate any possibility of these remaining two triangles. And the easiest way to do that is to get a sifter out here, and we'll filter all of that input from our previous decision tree through. And if it's a triangle, we want it to send it to the trash. Else, if it's not a triangle, it can continue through. And just like that, our top output stream is only ever going to receive what we want it to. Perfect. Now we need a little bit of processing for our bottom output stream because it's sending all greens there, and we clearly don't want green. We don't want green squares, and we don't want green circles. And it's also sending a variety of reds there, and we don't want red circles or red triangles. Now remember that this is not only sending green. This is sending green and red. And because we have two different output blocks wanted, we want a red square and a green triangle, they're going to have two different kinds of processing being done on them. And so because of that, we're going to want to separate the greens and the reds. So we're going to get another decision tree color, and we're going to set it to the top stream being red and the bottom stream being green. So that's just going to separate those two things and let us process them independently of each other. Let's sort our greens first because it's easy. Let's just put down a sifter, and we want it to be a triangle because we only want green triangles. If it's not a triangle, send it to the trash. If it is a triangle, go ahead and send it to our output stream. And there we have our green triangles configured as exactly what we want. All right, to process our red squares, we're going to put down another sifter, process it to squares. If it's a square going in, go ahead and send it to the output. If it's not a square, go ahead and send it to the trash. So this program should be functional. Everything we want to get, we've configured to get, and everything we don't want to get has been eliminated as a possibility. So let's test run it. Let's go ahead and set that down to 1 time so we can actually see what's going on. Take note of the bottlenecking in our top sifter. So even though we configured our output streams perfectly, they weren't very efficient. We were throwing away a lot of things we could have used, and we were also doing things very slowly because of bottlenecking. And you can see that they designed it this way. They wanted us to fail with this solution by our occupancy is 21 out of 22. So you can tell that the devs are trying to say you're close, but you're not quite there. Now the first thing we're going to correct is our waste of red circles. All right, so red circles are being filtered as else here and going straight to the trash can. Now, we never want red triangles, so we do definitely want red triangles to go to the trash can, but red circles can be useful in our top stream here. So we're going to put down a sifter here, and we're going to tell it to detect triangles. If it detects that it's receiving a triangle, it's going to send it to the trash. If it's not a triangle, it's going to send it to our top output stream. The reason it's doing this is it's eliminating triangles from our top output stream while adding another way to get red circles. So now everything here is being sifted twice. It goes into our first sifter, which detects if squares, and if it's a square, it sends it to our bottom output. If it's not a square, it goes up to our top sifter and detects to see if it's a triangle. And if it is a triangle, it sends it to the trash. If it's not, it sends it to our top output stream. Now, why didn't we just set this next sifter to detect circles, and if it was a circle, send it to the top output stream, and if it wasn't a circle, to send it to the trash? Well, there's good reasoning for this. You'll see why we did that when we do some load balancing on this bottleneck up here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this connection and pull up a decision tree color. Now, you can use a decision tree color, if you set it to any, to split an input into two. And we're going to split an input into two here, and we're going to feed it into this. And it's important to note that these two sifters are identical. If we feed one input into this sifter and one input into this sifter, we're adding more load to this second sifter, but it's a little bit more balanced overall. So let's give it a test run and see what happens. It's important to note that we still have bottlenecking, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. So we were saved by the bell there, but we definitely still got the gold medal. And I believe if you don't have the level 1 upgrades to your computer, you'll still be able to get to gold level, but I haven't tested that. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do it, but I do know that was my reasoning for how I solved this problem, and I did get the gold medal without all those crazy upgrades or cheating, essentially. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned a thing or two, and have fun programming.